never known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me and I walk alone.
'Tennessee.
Take me to another place. Take me to another land.
It's 1:30. I'm chilling at the shelter, seeing what this rain's gonna do. Best case scenario, I can just put on my rain gear and keep on going, or I can just chill. I said I need to take it easy anyway, hit town tomorrow. Mostly for logistical reasons. I'm told that the hostel is full and it's gonna take me a moment to, like, you know, I need some gear and stuff, so I just figure I don't want to be walking around all wet and heavy. It's best to just wait. Is it gonna rain tomorrow?
I think it's supposed to be clear tomorrow.
Okay, see, supposed to be clear tomorrow. Everything's happening, so out here. I got wet enough to be damp, my pants to be damp, but once I put a couple layers on, the heat of my body should be able to dry it out in a few hours. It's still 140. There was 2 people in the shelter when I got in. They were hiking south, so their hike ends 4 miles from now. And so since I know they're leaving, the words just come without even bidding. Hey, do you have any food you want to get rid of since your hike is done? So I got me some stuff over here. And that's just the way it goes, you know, when you're with people, figure out which direction they're going, just get the intel. And once you hear enough and you know, hey, they're going to be done soon, that's when the food comes in. So that's just hiker yogiing 101, no matter how you look at it. I'm not going to say I'm being a wuss. Honestly, I could go on. There's no reason why I can't get my rain gear. But as I said, speaking from a logistical standpoint, if the hostel is full and I know I need gear, there are a lot of things, a lot of places I need to touch. And that's going to be difficult if I'm going back and forth in the rain, because I'm not going to have a place to stow my gear. You see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of a, you know, mixed bag. And the gentleman checked the weather. He said it's going to be good to go tomorrow. So there you go. You know what I mean? And generally on days like this, what hikers do is they go to the outfitters, you know, just to have some shelter over their head. The outfitter don't care because they think maybe somebody's going to buy some stuff, and then it just turns into everybody loitering with wet, muddy gear all over the place, and then the paying customers don't know what, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I've been in a lot of situations such as this, and I pretty much know the routine, so to speak. So I don't want to be a part of that jumble. So I'm just going to pull over. I can read a book. I mean, everything's cool. And it's not really raining that hard. But it's enough for me to just have an easy day today and an easy day tomorrow. So instead of doing 18, I actually did, 14 today? And, dude, I did it in style. I mean, like I said, I feel good. I feel good. All right, let me get my stuff laid out. I'm not going to do a tent, obviously, because of the rain, but I want to be able to get an early start tomorrow is mostly why. If the humidity lets up in the air, I'll do some video editing. If not, I'll just wait till tomorrow. So let me see. This was not a bad 5th day. April 5th, 25th day. Tuesday. It's not bad at all. So right now I'm by myself. I don't see that lasting, and when it starts to fill up, maybe I'll give you another, little look-see, see what's going on. All right, out here. So it stopped raining. It's 6:23. I decided to set my tent up. Somebody else actually did the fire in the rain. I am so impressed.
I just didn't look out there.
Yeah. And you can see the tents. Yeah, I'm about to hook mine up right here. Out here. Good morning. April 6th, day 26, and we're looking at a Wednesday. I'm about 3.5 miles from Hot Springs. Looking forward to going in town, getting something to eat. Say about getting a new pack if they have it in stock. If not, I'll just take this to Damascus and pick up one there. It's a beautiful day. Ended up being a lot of people at the shelter, but that's a given. Let me see. Yeah, I did eventually pitch my tent once it stopped raining. It rained a little last night, but even wet, you know, the tent is so high speed, it's no problem at all. When I get to town, I'll pitch it just to let it dry out a bit. I don't think there's any bad weather coming for the moment, at least not today. So, let's get to it. Actually, I am 3.2 miles from town. It's 7:30. It's downhill, sort of. I should be there in about an hour and a half out here. Favorite time of morning? Behold Hot Springs from on high. It's not a small town, but from the perspective of a hiker, you really never have to leave Main Street. Well, it's 8:30 and I'm close enough to Hot Springs as makes no difference. For the record, I checked the book this time. I'm tired of lying to you. Hot Springs is indeed in North Carolina. So somewhere back there, we crossed the border from Tennessee, and now we're right back in North Carolina. And the trail's going to continue to do that. And we're not going to be in Tennessee again until Irwin, Tennessee. And then from that point, you're just going to wait until you get to Damascus, Virginia. By the way, I'm at mile marker 275. So I've come 275 miles. Actually 274.8 or 9, but you know, who's counting? Let's see what this says. Okay, Spring Mountain Shelter. That's where I'll be going when I leave. That's 11 miles from here. It's a good hike out, so this is nice. Little plaque, and as you go through town, you just follow the blazes when you come out of the woods. Everything is marked. All right, let's go get some food. I want to see if my mural is still on the wall. You know what they say about real estate, it's all about location. As soon as you hit the street, this is the hostel right here, Laughing Heart Hostel. They did an expose on CNN back in 2001. This place was flooded with hikers. All right. Hey, what's up? What's up? How's the internet here?
Great.
Really good?
I mean, good enough that I've been able to upload stuff.
Okay, that's what I need to know. All right, all right. Do you know if they're booked right now?
Yeah, I think they're booked tonight. You can tent.
And when does like the office hours?
She's walking around.
She's got overalls on. She'll be.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, just slide her down.
Thank you. And her name is.
Good question.
All right, all right. It's clean, like really clean. Hi. Hey!
Hey.
Bring it in, bring it in. What's up?
It's so good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. I just got in. I'm gonna go get something to eat at the air. I would ask, are you gonna zero, but I don't. So I'm hearing nothing but glowing reviews from the Laughing Heart as far as their internet's concerned. So I'm optimistic. They say they got the highest upload speed. So I'm gonna go into town. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna see if I can connect with Molly. I'm told the outfitter opens up at 9:30. So I'm gonna go there, and then at the end of the day, I'm just gonna hang out at the hostel and do video editing and seeing if I can get some videos uploaded. They're booked. They say that they only have tent space, and honestly, I'm okay with my tent. I have no problem with it. It's like 15 bucks. That's an easy, cool price, and I got access to all the indoor stuff. So sounds like a deal to me. All right, out here. Trail towns are known for symbols like this. This is going to be your white mark. When I say white mark, you see how you see the white sashes on poles and stuff? Well, when you're walking through town and you're looking for direction, just look on the ground and just follow the AT symbols. They'll tell you exactly where you want to go. It's kind of hard to get lost in these trail towns, just FYI. As I said, everything is right on this main street. You can just hike right on out. Here's the Smoky Mountain Diner. That's a staple for myself. Across the street is Elmer's. That's a hostel. He's like vegan only or something like that. He's known for having some pretty good spreads. Smoky Mountain Diner. Okay, this is my sister Molly. Hey, you.
Hey.
It's been so long. Oh, my God.
I know.
Am I still on the wall?
Absolutely.
All
How
right.
are you?
Hey, I'm good. So that's me right there.
I thought it was.
Right?
Yeah. When I saw you
2012.
standing there, I saw that here. The other guy was like, "No way, that's not the same person."
That is alike, but
Oh my god.
No, you don't all look alike.
that was a joke. All right, you got
You're just the same color like we are. So
Yes, ma'am.
It's okay.
especially on the inside.
God made them all red, yellow.
That is recording, right?
Yes.
Best breakfast ever. Nothing like a home cooked meal, even if it is from the diner. But since Molly owns the diner and her son is the cook, you know what I'm saying? It's just like literally a nice home cooked breakfast. People keep asking me, why you go back? Why you go back? I don't know if you can sense the love, but dude, I feel like a celebrity when I'm on the trail because everybody knows me and you never get too much love. You know, you can't get too much grace and respect and whatnot. And so it's just a beautiful place. So even as I'm recharging in the woods, when I'm reconnecting with people, I get that humanity, that human factor as well, you know? And it just takes so long for me to see them. So it's like, it really is true about absence makes the heart grow fonder, you know? So yeah, it's been a minute. All right, let's see what we can do about this new pack out here. So how small is Hot Springs? Hot Springs is so small that this motel right here has no internet, period. So pretty much the best internet, and I'm getting this from many different people, is at the hostel. So more than likely or not, that's where I'm going to end up, out here. So as I suspected, due to supply shortages, the outfitters in Hot Springs do not have the Osprey anti-gravity. So what I'm going to do, he did offer me some additional padding if I wanted to like fix this up. I'll take a look at it. I'll see what I can do. I mean, but I'm thinking it's still on the table, me getting a new pack. And it was always my intention to wait till I got to Damascus. But now that I know, and I should have known because of COVID and stuff, what I'm going to do is call ahead And honestly, I don't know what good that's gonna do. Hey, hold a pack for me. I'm a through hiker. I'm 300 miles out. I'll be there. Now, if you got a sale in front of you, of course you're gonna make that sale, but at least I can do is just say it, you know what I mean? Because worst case scenario, see, he's out. Worst case scenario, if they're out in Damascus right now and he knows I'm coming, the least he could do is make that order, okay? I'll probably be in Damascus in maybe 2 weeks tops. 2 weeks tops. It's gonna be the next stop coming out of Irwin, so no, it won't, because I got to do Roan Mountain. It'll be a minute. Anyway, out here. So it's 10:20. Going back up to the hostel. I'm gonna pitch my tent to mark my territory, and then I'm just gonna pretty much be inside all day, doing video editing and charging my electronics. And sometime tonight, I'm gonna meander out towards the bar area, that microbrewer, and for dinner, you're looking at hot wings, chicken Caesar salad, and a large order of fries. Anyway, that's the menu I have in my head out here. And by the way, since we're family, my money is pretty much no good at the Smoky Mountain Diner, but I always leave a pretty nice tip for the girls. But that's good too, you know, because every little thing counts as far as the budget and sustenance and so forth. But out here. And it certainly doesn't hurt that Molly owns the diner. By the way, I don't think you can appreciate how serendipitous that reunion was. What are the odds that Molly would be pulling into the restaurant moments as I'm walking up on it? I mean, literally. As soon as I'm walking up, she gets out the truck and I'm like, Molly, is that you? She's like, oh my God, right? So I'm telling you, man, it's just the timing, all that, you know, you can't, that's just the Lord at work, okay? Now, I could have came in here like a wet dog last night, all dripping, you know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but everything works. Everything works. Don't rush it. Just go with it, take it easy, and just let everything plan its way out. It's perfect. It's perfect. I couldn't have timed it any better out here. Okay, so I got the weather at the restaurant. It's gonna rain today, so I came back towards the hostel just to see, because I told you I was gonna pitch a tent, and so I wanted to know if anybody was gonna do like like tap out, or basically she said, because remember when I told you how the trail is no respecter of schedules. Well, she had some people in a group cancel, so a bunk came available. So because that bunk came available, it was easy for me to just It was easy for me to just take that bunk. So that's what I did. So I'm here now, and all I need to do now is just I already took a shower. I still have to shave and stuff. But what I need to do now is get some video editing done. I need to get some videos dropped out here. Good morning. 8:30, April 7th, day 27. Yeah, day 27. Had a great hostel experience at Laughing Heart Hostel. I'm talking not only best internet in town, but it's just the vibe there. It's just so genuine. And honestly, it's probably because there's no part of that hostel where a hiker's hand is not involved in it, you know? And so basically only a hiker knows what a hiker hostel should feel like, what should be the vibe behind it, and how it should actually flow. So it's pretty much firing on all cylinders. I guess I'm doing 11 today. That's the next shelter out of town. It's going to be a good hike. A lot of ups in the beginning, and then it's just going to lay out and flow. As far as the weather goes, I'm just going to try to make it. I mean, I guess there's a chance of rain, possibility, blah, blah, blah. I should be at the shelter by 3 o'clock. You know, so hopefully if I can get to the shelter before it rains, I consider that a good day. I got all my videos uploaded, and but the good thing about it is if it continues to get warm, as the warming pattern or as the warming trend continues, I'll be able to do video editing in my tent. And that's the most important part, because video editing takes so long. You know, I didn't get to bed last night until 12:30 because where their internet was so fast I can post a movie in 3 minutes, I still have to make it. And that's the hard part. You know, 40 minutes of putting stuff together and then editing and looking at it takes a bit, you know. That's why this is a job and a hike. So if you're wondering why is this guy always asking for donations? Why does every video means to donate? Because I'm working. I mean, I'm working my mind just as much as my body, and it pushes it'll get into your R&R. It'll take away from your rest because you're using that downtime to do work as well. So it can be a little mental taxing and stress and anxiety, but I knew what I signed up for. All right, so I'm just gonna listen to the birds through this walk out of town and just cruise, get back into the zone. If you're surprised that I didn't zero, I do realize I do have a habit of doing big miles and then stopping. But let's face it, I did 4 miles into town and I did 14 miles before that. So I'm pretty good, you know, out here. I'm told there is an outfitter in Irwin. Irwin is 70 miles from here. And now that I know that there is a shortage on the type of pack that I'm looking for, basically because of the COVID and shipping, what I'll do is I'll inquire as to a new anti-gravity Osprey pack when I get to Irwin. I'm sure they'll have numbers in there. And just pretty much wait until I get to Damascus. Worst case scenario, I'm going to be crisscrossing against outfitters from now until Maine, okay? Damascus is about the 500 mile mark. This pack is not that big of a deal. If I have to really lean into this hip belt to make it more apropos, so to speak, that's really not a problem. I didn't really dig into it. I didn't have a lot of time, actually. I was thinking about doing some preventive maintenance on it, but I think I'm just gonna let it ride for now and just take it town by town and see how I feel. I made the belt, so I know exactly what I need to do to make it work to fit my dimensions. Good news is 300 miles in, 27 days in, I don't have too much more weight to lose. Okay, so once I get a good form, a good mold of my waist, then I can really do something to this belt to make it almost a permanent fixture. But at the same time, there are pressure points and places on my body that needs to breathe. So the more minimal amount of material that I can use on this, the better, because I'm not trying to wrap myself up like a burrito and hike. The fact that the weather has been cool and somewhat misty has actually been a boon. It worked to my benefit because of the extra layer that I'm actually hiking with that I really don't need and shouldn't. But I'm thinking it's gonna take care of itself. I mean, the Lord knows exactly what I need, and I'm sure He'll drop it in my lap as soon as I need it, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna keep the faith and keep hiking out here. Going right up in that mountain right there. View is gonna be nice. Right now I'm beginning my ascent, or I'm into my ascent back up this mountain, and this could be a hard hike on the full stomach. I learned that lesson years ago, so I'm just hiking out with a few crackers in my belly so I can just push this first 4 miles out. But you best believe I'm packing real food, right? Out here. I generally can leave town heavy because I'm so strong with the, not bragging, but I'm so strong with the rest and the 3 real meals, the breakfast and lunch and dinner that wasn't dehydrated and whatnot, you know? So I have a lot of power today, but I'm still gonna just do the 10 and chill out here. Wow, it's worth the view. I came in on that mountain. I'm way over here looking at it. It's amazing. Back to the climb. Kind of perilous. Right off the side of that mountain. I guess the danger in this adds to the adrenaline rush. I mean, you know, dopamine's dopamine, no matter how you got to go about getting it. Still though, you got to be careful. Oh my God. That's the bridge I came in on, way down there. Still going up. The next town is Irwin, the home of Miss Janet. She and I go way back. I mean, I don't know if I can call her, I guess I can call her family. I mean, me and Miss Janet, we done, I tell you what, you know, but anyway, yeah, definitely family, definitely family. I don't know if I'll see her in Irwin. I keep missing her. I'm talking like, we'll be in the same place, but not in the same circle. You know what I mean? Missing her by on times of like an hour, or she was just here, just there. I'll see her at some point, I will. But Irwin is usually Miss Janet's stomping ground, so I'm looking forward to seeing her. And like I said, we go way back out here. Right now, I'm about 70 miles away from Irwin. So in days, and me knowing the terrain ahead, that's about, if I'm dragging my feet, I can do it in 4 days. So it's either 4 or less. Right now it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can put myself in Irwin Monday or Tuesday, because honestly, I want to hit Irwin first thing in the morning, because they have a Holiday Inn Express, right? I want to be at that Holiday Inn Express by 7 in the morning. That way I get a free breakfast as I'm checking in. And honestly, obviously, I'll get another breakfast as I check out. So Monday morning or Tuesday morning. And as I told you, the trail is no respecter of schedules, but there are no roadblocks in between here and there. You know what I'm saying? No side streets or anything like that. So if it's just me and the trail and town on the other end, you know how I do it. I'll just blaze right through it. So we'll see what's up out here. Full disclosure, I could totally do over 20 today with how I feel, but I'm gonna pump the brakes at this first shelter on purpose. Number one is because I'm carrying real food, real heavy food, and I'm doing that for the purpose of just having a good dinner at the shelter. But really, I could do at least 25 and make it before dark if I wanted to, but not with this weight. Meaning that I'm not gonna punish myself for having a good town experience by pushing. Does that make sense? With all this weight on my back, and I know it's extra weight. So the balance is heavy pack, but only 10 miles. It's like a net zero, you know? I'm no worse for it because it was so short out here. With that being said, it's on and cracking tomorrow. You know it's on and cracking tomorrow as far as the distance and mileage out here. By the way, shout out to Hot Pants and Reboot and a few more unsung heroes that were running that hostel down there, Laughing Heart. Perfect experience. It was clean. They were on point with the hospitality aspect. They were approachable. I mean, man. So yeah, that was a spot on experience. Thank you very much. And I can't get over the cleanliness, really. I can't. So, when you're in hot springs, like I said, all I gotta praise for Laughing Heart Hostel, and thus far, best hostel experience on the trail. And that's just not because of the internet, but boy, that is a big plus, no doubt. So yeah, they deserve that honorable mention. Hotter. It's unfortunate I can't use their real names, but we all use pseudonyms. I mean, who's August Servant, right? So there you go. Hotter. With the exception of Maria, who ran the Standing Indian Hostel, all my relationships, the people that I bonded with on the trail, it all started with trail names. Julie was Stripper. Molly down here at Smoky Mountain Diner, I knew her as Biscuits. That was her trail name. And so that's just how it is, you know? It just, I don't know. It's just the way it is. That's not the kicker though. The kicker is less than 1% of everybody I know on this trail, and I'm talking, I'm close like family, like blood, know my name. Know my real birth name. You know what I'm saying? I'm just August to everybody out here. Believe it or not, I can smell the flowers. I don't see them, but spring has a scent, and I can smell it. It might just be because with the fresh rain, but you'll begin to notice that every state smells different. You know, the vegetation is just, can't explain it. It's just a different scent. Even the water has a different taste. It's just a different energy, a different vibe. You got to be paying attention to, you got to be paying attention though to really catch it, but it's there. You won't find a fresher water source than this. Literally. And it tastes good too. You know, your degree of working knowledge as far as hiking the trail, and it's pretty much covers a broad array from the terrain to water sources to gear to knowing when to take stuff off and on. That pays dividends across the board in money, time, and especially weight. Okay? Because basically, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because water filters aren't exactly heavy, but they aren't exactly light either. And carrying water filters gives you a false sense of security as much as it brings anxiety. Because if you don't know a good water source from a bad one, chances are you're not going to know when you need a new filter, when to backwash your filter, when your filter is getting kinda, you know. And so basically you'll just, if it's wet, you'll just drink it. You'll just put it through your filter not knowing. You know what I mean? So I don't want to pick on water filters or nothing, but I'm just saying knowledge pays in dividends. It really does. I think I tend to harp on the negative side of hiking with partners, and I don't mean to. I really don't. It is there is balance. There is a yang to that yin, and some of the boons to hiking with a partner is if they're smarter than you, if they're richer than you, and if they're prettier than you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got the hitchhiking magnet where cars are just stop, you know, and you have a better enjoyable experience when they can just walk on the trail and be like, oh, we can eat this. These are rants, or oh, there's some mushrooms here, and you know, and just they're just streetwise knowledge. And I can't count how many times I'm like in and around hearing to partners, and someone will say something like, oh man, I got tons of extra food. I'll feed you. Don't worry about it. You know, ooh, I got extra stuff in my hiker's box. Here, take this. And yes, I'm jealous. I'll be like, dope, you know. But hey, I've been there. I know what it's like. I had mine. So, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt when I appear to be bashing groups. And I hope I don't. I hope it doesn't come off like that. Because like I told you, for every high, there's a low. For every good, there's a bad. And just because I'm derelict and showing that balance doesn't mean that there isn't one. And just because I appear, first of all, hiking alone looks a lot like hiking with God. Just first of all. But although I appear to be hiking alone and enjoying it, I know what I'm missing out on. Okay? So, like I said, it's a mixed bag out here. A few more attributes I failed to mention was there is a boon to hiking with people that are stronger than you, like from a protector standpoint, and there is a boon to hiking with people that are older than you, to say life experience. What do you mean? Hiking with an older person, they'll be like, oh, I got a ride coming for a bed and breakfast at this gap. I planned it 3 weeks ago. And you're like, oh my God, who does that? That's wisdom out here. And since I'm on the subject, what's unique about the AT is that it's long enough, okay? 22,000 miles, no, 2,200 miles. 2,000 miles is long enough to experience everything. Hiking alone, hiking with different arrays of people, you know, working out your thoughts, having good days, having bad days. It's just the experience just runs across a broad array, just a catalog of both emotions and people and personas that, I mean, it's just not fulfilling, which is true, but it's filling, okay? You just fire on every single cylinder. But here's the catch. You have to be strong enough to stay out here, okay? You just can't run when it gets hard. And when it gets hard, you got to tell yourself, every day is different, okay? Yes, I curse this day. It's hard. I hate it. But just wait for tomorrow. Wait for the balance, you know? There's another hiker coming around this corner that's going to make everything right, okay? I told you, the woods are patient. So, but you got to bring your patience with you. And if you just stay out here long enough, it will happen for you. It will. I promise you. Just stay with it, you know? There's a woman out here. She's with her husband. Her trail name is Persistence. I like that trail name. It says a lot. Some other trail names that I like. Stoic and Renaissance. I like those trail names. They just say so much, you know? All right, out here.